Rodder's laboratory. I see he's adopted Zingalis's methods. Yes, this is it. I can feel the echoes of Rodder's work here. Rodder has taken my research in directions I never imagined. Dwemer machines, Night Hollow rites, Reach witchcraft, all arrayed around that pedestal. Yes, I'm beginning to see how the pieces you retrieved fit together. He's building a bridge through the void. The Oblivion Shard serves as a lodestone to point to his destination, but Cold Harbor is precisely the place. Rodder has always sought to escape Molag Bal's hold on his soul. Cold Harbor is the place where Bal's power is absolute. It makes no sense, unless Cold Harbor isn't his destination. Gather the others. Fenorian will reproduce the Reach alchemy while Gwendis performs the Night Hollow rites. You must manage the Dwemer machines controlling the tonal, etheric, and kinetic energies. I will attempt to scry the stone. These Dwemer devices, they are similar to pieces of the orrery itself. They manipulate various cosmic forces, tonal, etheric, and kinetic, to chart the expanse of the void. You must keep these forces under control for my scrying to succeed. The components you retrieved from Bathar Zel showed me that the keystones consist of these same sorts of devices, just on a smaller scale. As I conduct the ritual, I'll indicate what parts of the process require your intervention. Be on your toes. Rodder pointed us to the means and method of recreating his work. There's something he wants for me to see here, and I believe the only way to truly understand what he's done is by repeating it ourselves. I only hope the risk is worth it. We are attempting to harness forces never intended to be combined to peer into the infinite, churning chaos we call the Void. I only suggest we try because it appears Rodder has proven it can be done. Besides, we have no other choice. These Dwemer devices, they are similar to pieces of the orrery itself. They manipulate various cosmic forces, tonal, etheric, and kinetic, to chart the expanse of the void. You must keep these forces under control for my scrying to succeed. The components you retrieved from Bathar Zel showed me that the keystones consist of these same sorts of devices, just on a smaller scale. As I conduct the ritual, I'll indicate what parts of the process require your intervention. Be on your toes. Rodder pointed us to the means and methods. Now to begin, start by adding etheric power. Quickly, I need more kinetic power. Now, some tonal energy.
Reach ritual. It's catalyzing too quickly.
Quickly, help Fenorian. kinetic energy. I need more. I need an influx of etheric power. Gwendis needs your help with the Night Hollow Rite. Just the tonal frequency, quickly! We almost have it, just a little more! I'm losing control of it, reduce the kinetic energy! The Night Hollow Rite is surging, help Gwendis! Tonal harmonics are in discord. Change the output. Euphonorian, we'll need the alchemical reaction soon. Recalibrate the etheric power. It's too little. Ah! The kinetic mechanism is off balance. Set it right. We're close. Help Gwendis with the Night Hollow Rite once more. Catalyze the Reach alchemy now! Initiate a tonal cascade, and hang on! I can see it! I can see everything! Rodder found it. A piece of land sundered from the Reach, caught between Mundus and Oblivion. It is both and neither, outside the grasp of Bhaal, or any prince for that matter. He plans to gift the Grey Host with his sanctuary. Don't you see? In their own realm, free from Molag Baal's tyranny, the Grey Host can live forever. And with the connection to Mundus and the power of the Dark Heart, their conquests might never end. And now I see the purpose of the Dark Storm. The Dark Heart. Rodder's drawing on its power. I can feel it tearing away. To the orrery. Hurry. To the orrery. Hurry. Rodder! Stop! Don't make me fight you!
This is the chance you never thought possible! The door to our salvation stands open, Verandis. Come, finish what we started. All will be forgiven.
Brother, don't do this!
The void energy is consuming you, Verandis. I can show you how to control it. Just follow me.
What happened? Where'd the bastard go this time?
He's gone, Lyris. To the one place where he can complete his plan. I understand it all clearly now. Rodda has opened the gateway to his sanctuary. In that distant realm, he can summon his Darkstorm using the power of the Dark Heart. He'll consume the Reach to fulfill it. No. Not good at all. The Darkstorm requires power on an unprecedented scale. Darkness that will cover the Reach and send every mortal soul it touches into the Dark Heart. In turn, the power of the Heart will flow through the orrery to feed the storm. It will tear the Grey Host from Molag Bol's clutches and preserve them for eternity in his sanctuary realm. Death will become as much a petty inconvenience to them as to any Daedra. They will become truly immortal. To end the Darkstorm, once it's begun, I need to enter Rodda's sanctuary realm and take control of the ritual. Rodda has started the ritual in his sanctuary realm. I can feel the pull in the darkness. Soon the Darkstorm will consume the energy in the Dark Heart. Then more people of the Reach will die to feed the Heart and power this apocalyptic storm. Rodda aligned the orrery in order to make his escape. Use the keystone on the dwarven mechanisms that control it. That should open a breach we can travel through. Then, maybe, I'll have a chance to stop this storm I create. I never intended my theories to be turned into reality. In my research into a way to grant mortals the same immortality as vampires kept leading down dark paths, I abandoned it. I should have also destroyed it. Rodda corrupted it for his own ends. When you're ready, activate the mechanisms on each of those platforms in sequence. This process should be less risky than what we attempted earlier. Rodda has already aligned the device to point to our destination. Theoretically, we need only reactivate the orrery to open the gateway. Beyond. Shall remain here.
What? No way!
Someone must keep the orrery in operation. They give me an earful when we return.
I'm holding you to that. Understand?
This is it then. Everything that happened in Windhelm, Solitude, and Markarth. It all leads to this. To Rodda al-Saran. More than ready. I've sworn my blade to thrones and causes, but my blood and bones are Nord. If Rodda al-Saran thinks he can ravage my homeland and get away with it, he's about to be very wrong. Besides, who else is gonna watch your back? Trying to scare me off? I know what we're getting into. But if we do get stuck in some lost realm of oblivion, I could think of worse company. Now, let's stuff it. Can't say I'm looking forward to another romp in oblivion. I've seen enough of the place for 10 lifetimes. Let's make this a quick trip, all right? Every place I've visited in Oblivion has been different. Chains and machines for Molag Bal. Endless libraries for Hermaeus Mora. Each realm shaped by its prince. But Rada al-Saran chose a place beyond their reach. Guess we'll soon find out.
I can almost understand it. Rada al-Saran's desire, I mean. The unpleasantries of living with this curse have haunted me a long time. The thought of what awaits me in the afterlife fills me with no less dread. Anyone would seek an escape. I'd be lying if I said no. But the price of salvation is too high. Rada al-Saran will doom thousands of souls to fates worse than death so that he and his chosen can escape. I don't need an eternity with that on my conscience. You and my father will see this through. I know it. Just come back, all right? You both still owe me a proper reunion. I'll do all I can to keep the orrery in alignment, but I don't know how long it can sustain this. I don't believe it was designed to have this amount of power coursing through it. I'm fairly certain the dwarves built this as an observatory to chart the void. What we're doing is more akin to plunging a telescope into a fathomless depth, so we can slip through the tube without getting wet. Let's hope it doesn't spring a leak.
You're really just going to hurl yourselves through the void and hope for the best? I was really hoping Varadis had something tricky up his sleeve. I guess there's nothing left to do but smack Rada al-Saran in his self-righteous face. You just bring Varadis back. I know that. Would it kill you to offer me a little reassurance? Promise or no promise, I'm counting on you to bring him home. Well, this is it. The portal that leads to Rada al-Saran, to the Darkstorm, and to the end of all this. Whatever. Now you sound like Varandas before a trip. I swear not to wreck the place while you're gone. And if the Grey Host shows up to start trouble, I'll stop them from wrecking it too. So get going already before...
We are about to travel into the unknown. Take a moment, speak to our companions. Make whatever peace will calm your soul. When you're ready... Oh... No. Nothing else needs to be said. I have worked all my life to atone for the hubris of my first years as a vampire. Rada went to great lengths to remind me of my damnation. And I still can't control the darkness racing through my blood. I may not be able to do what must be done. Those words keep returning to haunt me. They never fail to make me feel foolish, both for having said them and for doubting them. Things may look hopeless from here. There may be a better vantage on the other side. Only one way to find out. The portal into the Dark Heart stands open and waiting. Let's just hope it leads where I think it does. Exactly? I have no idea. But Rada aligned it to open a specific destination. I can sense the Darkstorm gathering, so we must have reached it. Of course, the chaotic forces of the Void may change our trajectory and hurl us into the vast. As ready as I can be.
I expect you back before Fenorian gets bored. Don't make me come in there after you.
We shall endeavor to return shortly. Tell me.
Are we leaping into the gaping portal or not? There you are. Damn shades are everywhere. Where's Verandis? Come on, up that rise. We'll find him. In the sky. That must be the Dark Storm. It must lead to Rada al-Saran. Let's follow the storm. Hopefully Verandis will do the same.
I don't want to fight you!
Look at you, Verandis. The Dark Heart is overwhelming you.
Darkstorm must be working!
Didn't turn your back on our dreams. You lost hope. That is my pain. I can save all of us. Salvation is within our grasp. All you need is take hold.
Don't you do it, Count. Don't you dare.
You really think we'll have peace here?
Not even Moloch Ball can threaten us. The Grey Host will be an unstoppable force. Nothing will be beyond our reach.
Rhoda, your dream was never mine. It ends here.
Verandis, we are nearly free. Verandis! Join our forsaken kin in Moloch Ball's teeth, you traitor! Watch, Verandis, as I destroy everything you cherish.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this, you bastard! Keep your distance!
Is it your intention to fall me today? This is the sword that split Lecky's blade, reforged in bitter blood. You will taste it soon. What to take first? An arm? An eye?
Watch out, partner!
Possess all the skill of a child.
Stay away from that magic!
A frigid death is more merciful than you deserve. I'll draw the boundaries of my kingdom with your blood. You are fit to die by this blade. The boundaries of my kingdom with your blood. Can you feel Cold Harbor clutching at your heart? Blood, blade, and soul as one. The best you can muster, Verandis.
Get all you got, leech!
You'll never win through brute force. We need a new strategy.
The Ashen Lord calls you to serve.
Strike down more of the Grey Host. I have a plan.
Almost feels worth the price I paid.
That's it. Keep feeding their souls to the Dark Heart. To use this power. Collected and must be released. I've woven a trap. Bring Rhoda to me.
Of those you betrayed against me.
cage Rodder again. Continue to... I still need more souls to summon the soul trap. Keep at it! Continue to slay the Grey Host. A few more should do the trick. Don't let up!
The work of millennia will not be stopped by the likes of you. To me? Goodbye, wretch.
Dark Heart is defeated. Slay more of the Grey Host to fill it. Keep sending souls to the Dark Heart. We're almost there!
Come, my brothers and sisters. Devour them! Enough of your pointless defiance. By the likes of you.
Lecky's laughing on the far shores, dancing with her mocking.
Goodbye, Rodder. I wish I could have found salvation for us both.
The Darkstorm rages. I must take control.
It will kill you!
If I don't stop the Darkstorm, then my death will be the least of our worries. Gods! Power! It's everything Rodder said it would be!
You and Lyris must go. While I still possess the power of the Dark Heart, I can open a gateway to the orrery. I can only control the Dark Storm from here. I understand now what must be done to stop it. I can use the power of the Dark Heart one last time. When I am finished, the energy will be gone, and our gate to the orrery will be closed. You understand? Not any that can make everything right. I brought about this tragedy through my naivete, through my selfish desires, through my damn ideals and curiosity. It's mine. Thank you. Thank you for standing by me. I've made so many mistakes in my long existence, but putting my faith in you was not one of them. You trusted me, even when I was unworthy of that trust. Tell my wards, my family, I'm sorry to break another promise. I don't know. If the Dark Heart doesn't drag me away, it may release its hold on me. But that will not be much cause for celebration. Alive, or dead, I may remain trapped in this twilight realm. Radha chose this realm to escape the reach of Molag Bal. If it truly is beyond the Daedric Prince's influence, then it may be outside the reach of Aetherius as well. A grey, empty purgatory. For me, and Radha. A fitting prison. For all the wrong he's done, I still pray he's found some peace away from the torments of Molag Bal. It might not satisfy your sense of justice, but it's my hope. For an old friend. This is farewell.
I don't want to owe you, Verandis!
Have faith. Radha's last gift was hope.
You're back. But where's Verandis?
He's staying behind. I'm sorry.
He's staying? No. Promised. He promised me.
It was the only way.
Look out! The Dark Heart! It's dormant. Verandis must have done it. He stopped the Darkstorm.
Arana?
I can breathe. I'm alive?
Hey!
I'm no illusion. Flesh and blood. Alive as I can't say myself. I remember being here, in this room. I remember the wound. Then nothing but a cold, icy current dragging me under. I drowned for so long. Until a warm hand fished me out. I couldn't see. Everything was just warmth and light. There was a voice, though, guiding me, calling me back. It sounded like Verandis. As I live and breathe, it was Verandis who led me here. I don't understand much of what occurred. But of that, I'm certain. That, and I didn't come back alone. There were a great many others drowning in that icy current. I'm certain I wasn't the only one pulled ashore. It's just a feeling, but a strong one. I want to see if that feeling speaks true. You did what you thought was best, and the price I paid has been returned. None of us could have imagined this is where our path would lead. But I've no complaints with the outcome. No complaints at all. Markarth. That's where the spirits call me now. I have no fondness for the place, but that's where my people need me. You did what you thought was best.
Did I hear you right? Verandis brought that woman back to life? Not just raised her from the dead, actually restored her body and soul? Was that what the Count meant by making it right? He didn't just stop the Darkstorm. He used it to free the souls from the Darkheart. We've got to get to Markarth. Isn't that where Rada al-Saran harvested souls for the Darkheart? If Verandis released them all, maybe Irana's right and she didn't come back alone. You go on ahead. Fen and Gwendis could use a moment. I'll make sure that just bringing one person back should be impossible. Sort of divine intervention. But we saw the Grey Host manage it more than once. If the Darkstorm was anything like the Harrowstorms in Western Skyrim, it just might be possible. Helping. Hear that? Markarth is celebrating. That magnificent bastard really did it. He brought them back. The Count enjoyed his mysteries, but yeah, I think so. When we started this, I thought the best we could do is pay al-Saran back for the lives he stole. Guess I should have set my sights higher. We rest. With Rada al-Saran dead, the Grey Host is finally buried for good. We couldn't have done it without you, partner. So eat. It may seem odd coming from a Nord, but I'm glad to see all these Reach folk alive and well. They seem content, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind us bringing them a few more reasons to celebrate. News of Rada al-Saran's death won't compare to the dead returning to life, but I'm sure Kadik will be relieved to hear it. You find the Ard and let him know there's nothing to fear from the Grey Host anymore. Tell him he has Verandis to thank. Why spoil the mood? I think I'm going to take a moment. I haven't done that since Fenorian and I arrived in the Reach. Just fine. Even the great Lyris Titanborn needs a rest sometimes. Don't tell anyone.
Look! Can you believe it? There's life to the keep again!
That's your doing, isn't it? The Arg seems to think so. He'll want to see you. He's holding an audience in his war room right now.
What's this about a war room?
Ah, you're here too, Titanborn. You come with me. I have a message for your ears alone.
Fine. But if this is Kadok's idea of a joke, you won't find it funny.
We are agreed. If Eastern and Western Skyrim can put aside their differences in the face of the Grey Host, then the Reach can do so as well. Come forward, Freehand. No need to bow for the sake of kings. If you had said only yesterday I'd play host to Nord rulers from across all Skyrim, I'd have told you the dead would live again before that happened. And here we are. A day of miracles. Tell me truthful. Yeah. Alas, the monster that nearly brought my lands to ruin has paid the price for his wrongs. I could ask no more, and yet that which was taken has been returned as well. Where is Count Ravenwatch? If he thinks to escape my gratitude? Then his name and deeds will echo these halls for as long as I sit upon the throne, which will be a while yet, thanks to you both. And so long as these Nords are good to their word. I've no idea what peace is like, but I'm eager to find out. We treat for peace. Our battles with the Grey Host have ravaged all our kingdoms and peoples. We each seek to rebuild and recover. Perhaps we'll do so together. At least we'll keep out of each other's way. Before we proclaim, I have a favor. I've need of a counselor. In spite of her treachery, Lady Belaine was a canny advisor. I need that again now, more than ever. Tell the witch, Arana, that I will offer her my ear, if she will share her wisdom. I hear she's recently arrived to my keep. Aye, I suppose so. Can't just lop off her head after she got it back. Wouldn't do for morale. Unless she's determined to keep up her fight with me. I'm willing to put the past to rest. Besides, I already made peace with the rest of her rebels. It's a worthy holdfast, but not so much a city. I would have the land worked, the stone repaired, and the markets expanded. But these are not things my kin have much knowledge in, but perhaps the Nords will share their trade for the right price. Well, they're a fair lot more agreeable than the she-wolf you travel with. Have the sense to show deference to a king in his own hall. Though I heard enough honeyed words from the Lady Boleyn for one lifetime. The fat one thinks himself a poet. Scald King. Nonsense. Every now and then comes a king of his kind. One who makes stirring pronouncements and promises that his court must struggle to keep. His grand words lack guile, so I wager he can be trusted. The past would tell me to hate Svargrim's whelp with all my vigor. We've battled and bled for more generations than I can count with her ilk. But this fledgling speaks plain and honest. When she talks of new beginnings, I believe her. I heard Yoren sired the boy when he was young, but looking at the pair, I have a hard time saying who's father and who's whelp. Ernskar seems shrewd and dutiful, but his father casts a long shadow. A wide one, too. If you must, can't have in you thinking me ungrateful.
No matter what befalls Skyrim, we are Nords, we are strong, sure as bones. If I had my lute, I would sing it loud for all to hear. This business with the Grey Host is far from over. As long as Skyrim is threatened, I will be close by to lend a hand. The Reach is far from everyone's holdings. This Grey Host business started with me, though, and I always intended to see it through to the end. Thankfully, we prevailed this time. I do. She's an impressive young woman. Is Western Skyrim ready for Swana? That's the more pertinent question. Solitude shuns the outside world, while Swana reaches for it. We'll have to see how that works out in the end. I have no desire to replace a despot. Haven't these people suffered enough? In any event, my forces are stretched too thin to take on much more. If the people request help, however, I will put whatever resources I can at their disposal. Shore's bones, why does everyone insist on seeing ulterior motives behind every kind act? Can't a king just be a nice person? Look, someone has to extend the hand of friendship before it can be grasped. Besides, helping the Reach helps all of Skyrim.
You seem more comfortable standing among kings and jarls than I do. Then again, you always did. It's good to see you again. Western Skyrim has begun to recover. With Fenn's elixir, our soldiers have been able to push back the Grey Host. I know the Reach has not been so fortunate. I persuaded Prince Ernskar and the Skald King to offer our support. I expected we'd be sending soldiers, but by the time we arrived, the people were dancing in the streets. I always heard stories of the City of Stone being a dark place where flint-hearted Reachmen worship strange gods. It's not so different from home. The people seem happier than I've ever seen, in spite of all our hardships. I wasn't the only one living under my father's shadow, apparently. I can't come and go as I please, but the Blue Palace is lively as any tavern with Mog around. Made him my royal taster. I don't think the thought of being poisoned even crossed his mind, but he seems happy so long as the food and drink keeps coming. Unofficially, he's also the jester, but don't tell him I said so.
Thank the gods we have better matters to attend to than the deployment of troops and suspicions of treachery. For a man called Despot, the Ard is in an agreeable mood. But that's not your concern. It's good to see you once more. Truthfully, Svanna, when we learned that Markarth suffered an attack like the one you narrowly prevented in Solitude, she insisted that we offer aid, ostensibly to stop the Grey Host. But it seems we're a bit late for that. No doubt. They have proved very skilled at keeping to the shadows and biding their time. Hunting them down will not be easy. But I feel that's not how best to make use of the opportunity we've been given. The Grey Host's greatest weapon against us was our mutual mistrust. They preyed on our suspicions and fears, used our division to pick us apart one by one. The best way to prevent that from happening again would be to build trust and cooperation. An accord at least. It's a step in the right direction. Trust takes time to build, but we must start somewhere. I couldn't have done it without Svanna. Jarl Svanna. Watching her put aside past differences between Eastern and Western Skyrim for the sake of her people has made quite an impression on me. Well, yes, I do. She's a striking woman. A figure. Leader. Yeah. She's won many hearts and minds in the short time she's been a Jarl. I think that speaks more to her esteem than my praise. Western Skyrim would do well to put her... He doesn't want another war on his hands, and the Western Holds still desire their independence. Skyrim won't be united by force, but with more days like today, the province may one day be whole, no matter how many kings claim it.
My ears are burning. Is that my name on the wind? Not even this gloomy old stone keep can dampen my spirits. My dreams hold true. Markarth is alive with joy. But you didn't approach to listen to me. What is it you wanted? I'm barely foot to stone and he's clamoring for my attention. I had no mind to stand by a throne when I first started my journey. Now, here we are. The Reach has suffered so much. I want to help restore the land. Aye, I'll serve. I can speak for myself. You have more important matters to attend to. There's a friend who's journeyed a long way to thank you personally for all you've done. 'Twould be rude to keep him waiting. There's an out-of-the-way chamber in the rear of the keep where you can meet. Now, I should find the Ard and make sure he thinks before he speaks. I can, but I won't. I'm enjoying the suspense. Off with you.
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, my friend. Do forgive my ghastly appearance. It seems I spoke too soon when I bade you a final farewell. I'm glad to have the opportunity to see you again, my friend. None of this would have been possible without you. As did I. When I took hold of the Darkstorm's power, I believed it would be the last thing I ever did. It was a force no mortal hands should wield. Still, with it I was able to draw the souls out of the Dark Heart, return them to where they belonged. No, as the last of the Dark Heart's power ebbed away, I should have been trapped in Rada's sanctuary realm. But I was forced out. Pushed, I'd say. I fell into the darkness of the slumbering heart. Then I emerged from it, like a moth from a cocoon. My soul became part of the dark heart, smelted inextricably into the fabric of its existence. So long as it remains dormant, its hold over me is tolerable. But I am bound to it nonetheless. If I am to be wed to this power, then I must ensure that it never gets used again. For that to happen, both the heart and I must fade into obscurity. House Ravenwatch will carry on without me. Arana will send them here to receive the news soon. I have no regrets. You gave me the opportunity to reckon with my past and pay penance. This journey has brought closure to the life of Count Verandis Ravenwatch. I have a fresh start. As do we all. The kings are soon to speak. You should be there. I have no idea what the future holds, but you seem to be the axis upon which this world turns. If it still has some use for me, I'm sure our paths will cross again.
Arana said they'd be this way. Come on.
Father!
They said you were gone.
I was, and I will be again. We have much to discuss, but I will not be returning to House Ravenwatch.
But, who will...
You three have no more need of a guardian. It's time I put the future of the Ravenwatch in your hands.
But you'll still visit, right?
Every chance I get.
I don't know what I expected when Arana said there was someone waiting to see us, but I thought he was gone. I don't think there's anything left that could surprise me today. Forget I said that. Better not tempt fate. No, I don't mean to give the wrong impression. It's all just a bit much. Maybe I should sit down. Did he really say he wants us to take over the Ravenwatch? Right. I didn't imagine it. The truth is, we were already considering the future of the Ravenwatch after you returned without Verandis. It seems that will bear further discussion. But I'm relieved that the circumstances are different. Your vote of confidence is always encouraging. Gwendis could use some of that as well, I think. Have a word with her one. You're to endure as much of the cheer and praise as the Ard and his people can heap upon you. And you're to have absolutely nothing to do with evil vampires for at least, I don't know, a day? Think you can manage that, recruit? Remember, you're representing House Ravenwatch now. Consider this a diplomatic mission. I believe the Ard was calling for you when we spoke to Arana. He was headed to the audience chamber with the other.
Here and gone, here and gone. It's cruel to play with a girl's heart like this. But I'm glad Verandis kept his promise. Ugh, I'm having too many feelings right now. Great, terrible, everything in between. I've waited so long for Verandis to stop hovering over my shoulder. But I never thought it would be because he's not around. I realized something, though. When you and Lyris told me he wasn't coming back. I can't shed tears for him. It's not what he needs from me. He needs someone to carry on after him. To do the work he can't anymore. So that's what I'll do. Keep his legacy alive. Somebody has to keep tabs on all those... Don't think it's just Verandis I expect to visit. It'd be nice bumping into you somewhere other than a moldy cavern once in a while. Castle Ravenwatch is always open to you. It's not like we have a shortage of guest rooms. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to give Verandis an earful. I think I heard the Ard calling for you when we were talking to Arana. They're making some proclamation in the audience chamber. Better not miss your accolades.
They said Verandis was imprisoned in the Void, but he's here. Forgive, Adusa. You must be the one Gwendis and Fenorian spoke of. This one is honored to me. There was a time when this one felt more like a nursemaid than compatriot to those two. But Gwendis and Fenorian are no longer helpless kittens.
Count Varandes need not worry. Adusa stands firm. House Ravenwatch will endure. House Ravenwatch has a long and noble tradition. This one will run the estate in Count Varandes' absence. She has done so before. As for the Ravenwatch, our work will continue. Gwendis is coming into her own, and Fenorian shows promise.
I thought you might enjoy a welcome surprise for once, Snow Lily.
Oh, sigh. You always know how to... Oh, hello, partner.
It's been some time since our paths last crossed. I'm happy to see you again. And to know that Lyris was in good company during her time in Skyrim. I had long planned to visit Skyrim and learn about their long history with the dragons, to help in our battle against them. When I heard that Lyris was here, fighting a sword saint no less, I decided now was the time to make the journey. Rada Al-Siran was an Ansei of great renown, a legend to rival Leki herself. The sword saints are a lost legacy to my people. It's a shame that Al-Siran did not devote himself to restoring that honorable tradition instead of his monstrous grey host. Lyris has promised to show me some of the Dragon Cult's ruins and barrows. With good fortune, they may help us learn more about our foes in Elsewhere.
Ah, there you are. I hope you don't mind, I got a bit sidetracked. Sai and I were just catching up. Swapping stories of our travels with you, actually. Brayden said there was a strange Redguard looking for me. When I laid eyes on Sai, I didn't know whether to punch him or hug him. It was quite the surprise, but not a bad one. We've got a lot of... I'd say being home has been nice, but you know I'd be lying. The Skald King owes me some rest. I think we'll take our leave of Skyrim and spend some time free of obligations. Always wanted to go back to Skingrad. People like us can't stay out of trouble very long. So let's share a few casks of mead while things are quiet. Oh, Caddock's looking for you. He and the other rulers want to make some big announcement. I'll be along in a moment. I haven't, but I'm sure you can keep them busy for a while longer. Right, partner? Sai and I still have a few dents to bang out of my armor.
Finally, the guest of honor has arrived. Let's have a word before we begin. Not a moment too soon. Kadak's eager to demonstrate that he's the equal of any Nord king. He hopes it will legitimize his claim as king of the Reach. He's not wrong, but he'd look more a fool if I weren't here to keep his temper. That I am. It's a new dawn. For me, for Markarth, for the Reach. After all you've done to bring it back from the brink of oblivion, putting up with Kadak's arse-headed notions is the least I can do to make sure it wasn't wasted effort. Let's not stretch the bones of reason. There'll be no shortage of bickering and cursing in our future, but there's trust. So long as we both want what's best for the Reach. That'll do. Best to see him now. I can see him.
Fair adventurers. Come and go as you please. Keep 3 kings and a jarl biding on their thumbs in a crowded hall. Suppose you've earned that right, Rover. Near everybody in this room wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Simply put, I like that. In doing what needed doing, you brought all the crowns of Skyrim to one hall. You put the Grey Host back in the ground, and you gave us clear skies. At last, we can see where we must go. Take... Free hands of Markarth! You long-suffering lot, I call my kin! We've survived another long night, darker than we've ever known. But we didn't endure it alone. Against the Grey Host we found unlikely allies, and put aside old grudges. Together, we not only survived, we flourished!
We owe these miracles to the efforts of all kinds. Reachman, Nord, Vampire, Outlander. Heroes of every stripe. Let us follow their example. We have warred together. We celebrate together. Let us rebuild together.
From this day forward, we clash mugs instead of swords. Peace and prosperity to all our kingdoms. Cheers to the heroes of Skyrim.
Let us remember them with song and drink. We, the children of Skyrim, we shall endure!
Can I help you?
Care to borrow?
What do you...
Yes?
Hey!
Dead returned to life. By Hircine's hounds, I still can't believe it.
Aye, 2 of my clan among them. Still a kin of a dream for all of us. But a pleasant one.
Aye, a pleasant one from which I hope we never wake.
For a few minutes yet, at least.
You approach with purpose, Wanderer. Hircine has sent you to me for a reason, it would seem. My apprentices should return shortly. I sent them to retrieve the sacred relics needed to dedicate this shrine. Guerina's dead. I feared it was so when she did not answer my summons. But I prayed I was wrong. Hircine will guide her to the hunting grounds, and she will find her place. You say you recovered the relic, the symbol of Rockybeg, I hope. Aye, that is the relic, simple though it may appear. Rockybeg is but one aspect of Hircine, known also as the Mighty Bear. Will you give me the relic so I may add it to this shrine? That would be a fitting tribute to my lost apprentice. And I thank you for that, Wanderer. Apprentice Guerina would be pleased to know it made it here. The symbol of Rockybeg will forever be a part of this shrine, helping to create a proper sanctuary. Here, I can't let you leave without a proper reward. Ah, the Wanderer. I remember you. You returned one of the sacred relics of Hircine to me. Tell me, what brings you back to our as-yet undedicated shrine? The symbol of Gulebeg. I sent my apprentice Leyren to retrieve it. She would never have let it fall into the hands of a raider, not while she still drew breath. We will mourn later. For now, we rejoice at the recovery of another sacred relic. Oh, it is more than that. The tales tell us that Gulabeg the Quick Fox fashioned a shard of bone from Lork's ribs into a wand that could confound any mortal. Of course, this is only a symbol, but it deserves a place of honor in this shrine. In some tales, Gulabeg's swift bite weakens his adversaries. Then he tricks them into falling from a cliff or drowning in a river. Perhaps that's what happened to the raider. No matter. May the Huntfather guide your path and lead you to the most worthy prey, Wanderer. Ardkadek granted us this hall to establish a shrine to honor her scene. I sent my apprentices to retrieve the symbols of the 5 aspects from the clans that guard them. They will be safer inside these walls. Hercene the Huntfather has many names, but only 5 aspects. Alrabeg, Storebeg, Gulabeg, Rockebeg, and Urikenbeg. A proper shrine must honor them all. I sent my apprentices to the clans with some of the most revered versions of the symbols. Just Edola, with the symbol of Alrabeg. But this shrine will not be complete without all 5 symbols. Perhaps Hercene tests us, making us hunt for what we need most. The Reach is dangerous, though, especially now. I certainly hope not, but they've been gone so long.
Sorry,
More fodder for the Kwama? Healer! Torch it! Secure the mine and kill these interlopers! Scatter!
Aid me!
cleaned out in no time.
Oh, this is good stuff. Old Selos must have been raking in a fortune. So you believed there was gold in here? Fools.
Turvas, drop those weapons, murderer.
Davina, I suspected you were smarter than you are.
Don't worry. Ah, and so...
This swamp is where you'll die. Bring their heads to the queen. Deal with these trespassers. belongs to the Lamia.
customers are always... How can I help you?
A weapon depends upon...
We don't do loans.